Greetings, everyone. I'm John Murphy, and today we're going to continue our discussion on the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator with a special emphasis on creative problem solving. Now, it's not a bad idea to have a good problem solving model as you go through life or lead a business or participate in your career in any role, because we're always faced with a variety of different problems to solve at home and at work, wherever we go. So to have a healthy and productive, proven problem-solving model to follow can really help keep us from hurting ourselves, so to speak. And the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator is a wonderful tool for understanding our personality types and understanding the types of other people so that we can relate better with one another. But it's also a wonderful tool for examining how we relate to problems, because we're naturally gifted at 2 out of the 4 steps in the creative problem-solving model that I'm going to share with you. We're naturally gifted at 2 out of the 4, which leaves us vulnerable if we're not skilled at the other 2 or surrounded by people who are skilled at the other 2 steps. So let's begin by reviewing a classic, very effective problem-solving model, no matter what problem it is we're solving. Step number 1 is get the facts. Define the problem. Do you really even have a problem? So often people are chasing problems that really aren't even problems. They've just assumed that they are. So get the data. I always like to say to people, prove to me you have a problem. Right? Show me the data. Because if you can't prove it to me with data, then it may just be a matter of opinion and we could end up chasing ghosts. So step 1, show me the data. Get me the facts. Get me the details. Let's get specific. Now that's natural for the sensing type. All right, the sensing type tends to be patient with detail, attentive to getting the facts. So the sensing type is going to start, hopefully, by getting data. All right. Step 2 to a creative problem-solving model is explore your options. So let's just assume we've got a problem, we've got data to support that, whatever that might be. What can we do about it? So use this metaphor. It's like going to the doctor. Step 1, let's take some tests. Let's do some fact-finding. Let's check your blood pressure, your cholesterol levels, your pH balance, or whatever. Now, when we compare that data to standards, okay, and we do notice that we have a problem, we have something we need to work on, let's start to explore options. Okay, what are the different options? Now be careful, because if you're a natural sensing type, you might not want to spend a whole lot of time brainstorming. Let's just fix it. Let's just get it done. All right. Well, hold on a minute now, because we could shoot ourselves in the foot here. So let's explore our options. One of the greatest problem-solving tricks of the trade, if you will, that I learned from a mentor of mine years ago is he said to me, John, don't come to me with a problem without at least 3 solutions. Now, we're all familiar probably with the idea of don't come to me with a problem without a solution. No, I want to see 3 options. Wow. You know, it drove me crazy at the time a little bit, because I had the first right answer, so to speak. But by exploring option B and C, as opposed to just option A, you know what happened? We actually often went with option D, a combination of different options. And I might never have found option D without that challenge. So step 2 is to explore alternatives and options. Now we shift into decision-making mode. So both step 1 and step 2 are exploratory. Let's gather the facts. Let's gather the ideas. Now we shift into, we have to make a decision. And we base that decision on T and F, thinking and feeling. So the thinking part of the equation is let's analyze the data. Let's analyze the options. Let's look at the pros and the cons to each option. Let's do a little risk proofing or failure mode and effect analysis. Let's see what could go wrong and come up with countermeasures. It's a common problem-solving technique. And then let's not forget to weigh the human impact. So a lot of times in business, people go through the first 3 steps and then send a memo out. Here's what we're going to do. So we've got the data, we've got the analysis, we've explored options, and we just lay it out there. And we get a lot of pushback. All right, people don't buy in. So the 4th step is to make sure we understand the human impact. We approach it with some empathy and understanding for the people that have to live with the decision or the solution. And that's that feeling component, if you will. So using the Myers-Briggs, we sense, we intuit, we think, and we feel. A wonderful problem-solving model to practice and to use. I've used it myself for almost 3 decades now. Very useful, very helpful. But it also reminds us that whatever our personality type is, we're going to be more natural at 2 out of the 4. We're either going to have to surround ourselves with team members who are good at the other 2, or we're going to have to really be patient and practice those ourselves. I recommend both. Let's practice and develop some balance. Let's also surround ourselves with healthy team members. That's it for today. I'm John Murphy. I am here to help. God bless.